You see stuff like senior software programming intern. What? Or intern needed with 3 to 5 years experience. Where? How? Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about what no one is going to tell you when you're going into tech. I'll also be talking about how to choose a tech path, how to find learning resources, and some other candid truths that no one tells you at first. Please take note that this video is not an authoritative take on the topic. It's simply my opinion and it's based on my experience working in tech and also my experience trying to switch careers into a more techie role. So it's also not really a structured video, it's more like a conversation. I'm trying my best to, share this information, keep it structured, and just say what I know. So let's jump into it. The first thing I'll talk about is how I arrived at UI UX design as my tech path, learning a new skill, and how you can choose your own path. So I've been a content writer in the tech space for about 2 years now, and it's been an awesome ride. I'm not going to lie. I find it really enjoyable because the tech space allows you to earn better as a content writer, and at the same time you get to learn new things along the line. However, sometime last year I decided to switch into product design, that is UI UX design, and this is because I just wanted to do something different. Content writing has become a bit boring for me. I'm a creative person, I've always been artistic, I've always had an eye for design, plus I've been doing content for like 3 to 4 years, and so it was just getting boring. I just wanted to try something out. Now, how did I arrive at design? UI UX design. I've always had an on and off relationship with design. Sometimes in 2011, before I gained admission into university, I learned how to do basic designs in CorelDRAW and Photoshop. Then sometime after graduation in 2016-17, I started learning how to use Illustrator on my own. However, I never really considered design as a career. It was more like a hobby. So you'll be shocked to learn that despite my background or history in design, it wasn't my first choice when I tried to transition into a techie role. That is because I didn't know what I wanted to do. So instead I decided to try different things out. I tried programming, I tried to learn Python, I tried data analytics with R, until I finally chose UX. So my journey to UX is funny because it has always been calling out to me, but I ignored it. It started with my design background, of course. Then sometime in 2019, I attended like this design thinking course. And also while I was working as content lead at a tech firm, I worked closely with the UX team, and in a bid to keep us informed about the entire process of product creation from ideation to MVP, our boss made us take this unofficial UX courses on weekends. Then after that, I joined a free bootcamp for UX design, but I eventually dropped out of it that year because of my busy schedule. So I didn't really take all these things too seriously back then because I thought it wasn't really my thing, and I was too busy anyway to learn, UX design. However, when I was truly ready, I applied to another scholarship for a UX course and I got in. And this time around, I enjoyed it better because the teaching was straightforward, it was practical, and that's just one other thing. Not all platforms get this teaching thing figured out, so you may have to try to learn something again and again, and if it doesn't work out for you, it doesn't mean maybe you don't like it. It might be that the problem is that the method of delivery is not well suitable for you. So I would encourage you to take the time to choose the best course for you or try different courses and just see. That way you'll be sure that the problem is not you, it's the course. So eventually I chose UX because that was the part that I found the most enjoyable and the most fulfilling. The second thing I want to talk about is transitioning into a new career. When you're trying to transition into tech or trying to learn a new tech skill, there are many things people do not tell you. And there are many programs, bootcamps, academies, either free or paid, that encourage you to learn this new skill. But it is not said enough to newcomers that there are only a few jobs available for them when they learn a new skill. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there are no jobs at all. There's so many opportunities in tech. However, I find that many articles or many tech leaders talk about in-demand tech roles, but they seem to leave out the part where it is mostly mid-level to senior level talents that are in demand. No one is looking for an entry-level person to train or groom, And even if you do see job offers for entry level, you see stuff like senior software programming intern. What? Or intern needed with 3 to 5 years experience. Where? How? And this is something I was blind to while I was a content writer, because I already had the experience. So getting jobs was a piece of cake for me. I didn't realize until I decided to switch into into UX, that it was this hard. And I've been on this journey for close to 6 months now, or more if you consider like my previous background, like I said. So it's not like I finished a 2 weeks online course and started job hunting. I've been in this for about half a year. So there are nearly not enough entry-level jobs, and in order to get a job, you would have to like differentiate yourself from other applicants and put in a lot of work. I do feel like one of the things sucking people into tech is income, not passion. Everyone wants to be a tech guru and make tech money, and when you hear about the huge salaries, you're tempted, but you need to know it's not easy, and it's not easy money. It takes a lot of work. Like, you have to be ready for the challenge, and going the extra mile to develop your skills will differentiate you from other applicants. And just so you know, you're not the only one transitioning into a new career. Some people already have 3 to 4 years experience of programming, product management, all that kinds of tech experience. And when they're switching into another tech role, it will be easier for them, and they would likely be ranked higher than you when you're competing for jobs. So if you're going to be competing with people for a job, let's say you have a regular industry experience, you have to be prepared to go the extra mile. And I mean participating in challenges, working on new projects, building up your portfolio in order to stand out and get a job. Some people are lucky and they do get jobs. Like, some people take courses and get a job within the first month of their first application lands them a job. While some people apply to like tons of jobs and just keep getting rejection after rejection after rejection. You never know which one you'll be. So I need you to let you know that it's going to be tough out there, and it's not all roses the way it's painted to be. I'm currently talking to a few employers right now, but the reason why I'm not so anxious about getting a job yet is because I do have stable income that's coming in. I have side hustles, and there's my social media brand as well that's bringing in money, like my YouTube, Instagram. And I've seen people say, oh, take on free work if you want to gain experience. That's fine. However, I don't subscribe to that. I believe in getting paid for my work, even if it's a small amount. So I'm not desperate to look for a job. I will wait for my own time. However, at the same time, I'm working on myself, I'm working on my portfolio, and I'm also doing another course. I'm on course 3 of the Google UX design course right now, and it's really helping me, become a better UX designer and build up my portfolio. But not everyone can be in the same shoes as I am, so I would advise you to really give it a thought and consider what's most important to you. And speaking about Google course, I also want to talk about learning a new skill. One thing people do not tell you about learning a new skill is that it's easy, provided you want to learn. I think the biggest misconception people face when trying to learn is that they think it's hard. And I've seen people that completed Duolingo courses or learned a new language in 3 to 6 months. Meanwhile, I've been on Duolingo app for about 4 to 5 years now, and I have never finished one course. People are different. And I've also seen people finish online courses in 2, 3, 6 months, while some people are stuck or never complete their online courses. What this means is that it's not that learning a new thing is hard, it's that you don't have the motivation or discipline to learn or complete it. I'm saying this for experience. I've completed a few courses myself, and I've been able to do that because I know my limits and I have some self-awareness. When I start something new, I have the tendency to drop it. So in order not to drop it, I tell everyone around me, and in order to provide some accountability, I set alarms, for days that I want to do this thing, and etc. And doing this helps me. So you need to know the kind of person that you are. You need to know your weaknesses. If you have a favorite food or like a special food, you can treat yourself after achieving a milestone to this food or buy something for yourself. Just think of something to do to keep yourself going, because the only thing stopping you from achieving your dreams is you. I don't mean to sound aspire, but that's just the truth. So if you're at this point in your journey and you need some help or you need advice and you're confused about which path to take, how to learn, you can leave a comment. I'll be happy to provide a response. If you want a quick reply, I would advise to shoot me an Instagram message. But if you want an in-depth response like this, I would suggest you comment below, and I'll do a part 2 to answer your questions. I'm thinking maybe I should do a part 2 to drop resources on how I learned UX and where you can learn like UX or other tech skills online. Just let me know and I'll do a part 2. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks again. Bye. The only thing stopping you from achieving your dreams is you. Jesus.